In a world that feels increasingly shaped by algorithms, automation, and digital shortcuts, the question of whether human therapists still matter has become more than a philosophical debate. It's a practical one. Technology now offers everything from AI chatbots that simulate conversation to mental health apps promising personalized coping tools. And at first glance, it can feel like these tools offer a modern, efficient, accessible alternative to traditional therapy. There's real value in that accessibility. Technology can bridge gaps for people who feel nervous, ashamed, or overwhelmed at the thought of seeing a therapist. It can remind someone to breathe, help them track their moods, or give structure to their day when energy is low. For individuals who've waited months for an appointment or who live in places with limited mental health services, digital tools can be a lifeline. The positive impact shouldn't be dismissed. These tools can support people between therapy sessions, provide early insight into patterns of distress, and encourage emotional reflection in a low-pressure environment. But even with those benefits, the warning is unmistakable. No algorithm, no matter how advanced, can replace the core elements that make human therapy healing. AI can analyze words, but it cannot understand the lived meaning behind them. It can generate warmth, but it cannot feel empathy. It can respond to patterns, but it cannot grasp the moral weight of a human decision, the cultural subtleties behind a memory, or the quiet pain hidden in someone's tone of voice. A therapist does far more than provide advice. They interpret silence, body language, hesitations, contradictions, and emotional textures that are invisible to machines. Humans can sense when a person is saying, "I'm fine," but clearly isn't. They can hold space for grief, shame, or trauma in ways that feel safe because another human being is present with them, not processing them. The most significant danger arises when people begin to trust digital tools as if they are equal substitutes for human connection. AI is skilled at producing comforting language, and that can create the illusion that it gets you. But this simulated empathy can quietly deepen dependency without offering real understanding. When someone is struggling with trauma, moral injury, relationship conflict, or identity confusion, they don't just need information. They need a person who can interpret complexity, ask difficult questions, challenge distortions, and recognize when risk is emerging. No AI model can ethically intervene during a crisis with the judgment of a trained clinician. And because AI cannot truly care, the user may project emotional meaning onto responses that were never grounded in genuine concern. That emotional mismatch can lead to false security or delayed treatment when real danger is present. Human therapists offer something technology fundamentally cannot: moral reasoning and ethical presence. A therapist isn't simply a listener. They're an interpretive partner who evaluates context, history, culture, values, and long-term patterns to guide you toward healthier choices. They understand the difference between validation and enabling. They know when to push, when to pause, and when to hold silence. They use intuition sharpened by years of experience, something no dataset can replicate. And when a client is on the edge of collapse, a therapist doesn't rely on a probability score. They rely on human judgment, responsibility, and compassion. That moral accountability is what makes therapy safe. Technology can assist, but it cannot care for you in the human sense of the word. Yet, all of this doesn't mean technology has no place in mental health care. Used intentionally, digital tools can enhance the therapeutic process. They can help people articulate their emotions before a session, track habits, reflect day-to-day, and stay more connected to their treatment goals. They can reach individuals who might otherwise slip through the cracks. The positive side is real. Technology can make therapy more accessible, more continuous, and sometimes even more effective when paired with the careful guidance of a human clinician. The key is the partnership. When human insight and digital assistance work together, people get the best of both worlds: precision coupled with empathy, convenience supported by wisdom. The real message is simple but easy to overlook. In an age of hypertechnology, human therapists matter more, not less. They bring depth, emotional intelligence, ethical nuance, and genuine presence, qualities that no algorithm can reproduce, no matter how advanced it becomes. Technology can support healing, but it cannot replace the human relationship that lies at the center of true psychological change. In a world overflowing with artificial intelligence, it is the human understanding behind the therapy room door that remains irreplaceable.